All right. Welcome back to another video. As most of you know, the Dallas Mavericks got bounced from the NBA playoffs last night. Clippers end up taking it in 7 after being down 3-2. Right away, rumors, start circulating that Porzingis doesn't really enjoy playing with Luka. He seems very frustrated. And basically, kind of what happened in New York, where he forced his way out. And he's kind of doing the same thing in Dallas now, even though the rumors were, even when the series got underway, that, Porzingis, the trade rumors weren't that loud, but there were some rumors that, kind of stated that he wasn't the right guy going forward for this team and that Dallas could look to go a different way and trade Porzingis. And now with getting bounced in the first round, it's looking more and more like it will go down this summer, especially after the comments, like I said, with Porzingis being frustrated playing with Luka. But look, Porzingis is 7'3", yet he plays like a shooting guard, where he's just out there chucking shots. First and foremost, he has to get healthy. His health reminds me a lot of what Anthony Davis goes through. Feels like he's injured every third or fourth games. Feels like it's all these nicks and knacks. Obviously, both very tall players, and Porzingis being even taller. But that's the first thing he kind of has to figure out. Second thing he has to figure out is if he's going to be a jump shooter, if he's going to be a guy who can be a three-level scorer, or if he's a guy who's willing to mix it kind of all in, which kind of is, I guess, what an all-around scorer is. But that's also another part he has to realize what he wants to do. He has to become a better defender. He's 7'3", and he's got some lateral quicks. He can protect the basket with that size. There's no reason why he can't be in the running, for, I'm not saying defensive first team, but one of the defensive teams in the future. And, he averaged 13-5 in this series, while Bobby averaged 12-8. Difference is one guy gets paid $30 million, the other guy gets paid $3.5 million. And the thing with Porzingis is he still has, after this season, he has 2 years left on his contract plus a player option. It will probably be a little tough to trade him because you're not sure what you're going to get. How many games is he going to play in a season? Is it going to be 15? Is it going to be 30? Is it going to be 60? Is it going to be all 82? I think that's the tricky part with him. And I actually did... One of my first videos that I posted on here was how I was talking about Dallas Mavericks being under the radar in terms of their draft picks. Well, Josh Green is on the team now. Tyrell Terry, I thought, was going to be a big part of this team. His ability to hit threes. Tyler Bay is a guy who can hit threes and play defense as well. Hardaway Jr., this is his last season. I want to get this right. JJ Redick is also a free agent. So there's some holes that are going to need to be filled in this lineup, in the starting lineup, in the bench. Guys like Kleber are good, but are they really starting caliber players? So, and I talked about this in my Portland video. A lot of guys are going to be on the trade market this season. Can maybe Dallas get someone like a McCallum? Can they maybe even get Bradley Beal? Because Bradley Beal's name is going to be out there as well come the summertime, and we're going to see what's going to happen with him. But I expect teams like the Lakers to be involved in acquiring Bradley Beal. I mentioned Malcolm Brogdon with the Portland Trailblazers. Does maybe Malcolm Brogdon fit in with what Dallas is doing? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think they will. I think they will trade Porzingis. Like I said, these rumors are kind of getting louder and louder. It's not always the case. We know what happened with Aaron Rodgers, for example, where it looked like he was all but traded, and now it's kind of calmed down a little bit, and we'll see what happens with that. But it just hasn't worked out, and Porzingis is basically forcing his way out of yet another team. He's played for 2 franchises, and it looks like he's forced his way out of both. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Dallas Mavericks do get back. If I had to guess right now, I think they will trade him in the offseason. Maybe get some draft picks. And one thing I will mention, when he was traded from New York to Dallas, I really liked the trade for Dallas. Not because of the players that they got back. It was Dennis Smith Jr., Wesley Matthews, DeAndre Jordan, and 2 draft picks. Those draft picks 2001, obviously it's this year. It's a mid-first rounder, so we'll see what Dallas does with that pick. And they also have one in 2023, which is only a top 3 protected pick. So, if Dallas does their job, they can draft a very good player this year. I covet first-round picks a lot. If you do your scouting, you can always find a gem in the late first round and in the second round, obviously, as well. And in 2023, we'll see what happens with that as well. But I fully expect Porzingis to be traded this summer.